Hi everybody, it's Alexa from Pages of Forbidden Love here yet again for another In My Mailbox post. Just want to thank Christy for hosting this, and since it is Christmas, I did get actually a lot of stuff this week. So I'm going to try and go through this quickly, but still tell you everything that I got, and so let's just get started. First off, in the mail, I got a copy of Stronger Than Sin. I won this actually from a blog. I won it from Beck's Book Picks, which I'll provide a link down in the bottom so you can go over to her blog and check it out. I haven't read the first book to this one. It's an adult romance series. The first one is Sins of Flesh. So hopefully I'll be able to get the first one soon because I kind of like to read the series in order, so I'll just get the first one. From one of my friends for Christmas, he took me to a bookstore and he kind of let me have every book's owner's dream. He told me just to pick out a couple books that I would like, so I tried to keep it really cheap, and I got Midnight Awakening, and this is the $5.99 version, so it was actually pretty cheap. This is the third book in the Midnight Breed series, so I've only read the first one, but I'm hoping I like the first one, so I'm hoping that the rest of them are good, so that's why I picked up this one. I absolutely love J.R. Ward's Vampire series. I own Covet, which is the first book to the Fallen Angel series. I haven't read it yet. I heard it's not as good as the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, but I'm still really excited to read it, so I picked up Crave. This is also from my friend for Christmas. And it's a pretty thick book, so is the other one, so it's going to take me a little bit to get into this series. Now to go through all of the stuff that I actually got from my parents. I am an only child, so I did get a lot of stuff. So let's kind of get started somewhere. I think 2 weeks ago I read and reviewed Here There Are Dragons, and I really liked it. It was a cool fantasy adventure. So James Owen was in town doing a book signing about a month ago when he was promoting, I believe, the 5th book in the series. My mom, being such a great mom that she is, she went to go get the book signed for me, so I have the first one signed, but I had no clue that she actually got a couple more in the series signed for me. So here's the second one. It is Search for the Red Dragon, and the cover art inside of it is beautiful. James Owen actually does that himself, and it is signed to me in red ink, so all of the inks actually match whatever cover it is, so I thought that was really cool. So this is the second one, and I really want to continue this series to see where it goes. The third book in that series is The Indigo King. Again, beautiful cover art in here. Beautiful dragon. And again, if I could get to the page, it is signed to me. So my mom is awesome. She got the book signed, and I actually really want to meet James Owen. So I hope that next time, since he lives in Arizona, next time he comes out with a book and he does a tour, really want to see him. Now, trying to figure out where I want to go from here. A couple weeks ago, because I've heard such great things about the Vampire Academy series, they had the first and the third one for sale for, I believe, $3 each, might have been $4. So I was like, how can I not get it? But I kind of wanted to read the series all at once, so I asked my mom to get me the other ones in the series. She did get me 2 of them. She got me the second one, which is Frostbite. So this will be the bridge between number 1 and number 3 that I have. And she also got me Blood Promise, which is the 4th one in the series. I think I'm just going to wait until the other 2 come out in paperback. The next one, the 5th one, is Spirit Bound, and the 6th one just came out, but I think I'll just wait until they're all in paperback and just read them all at once. So maybe get started on that series in a few months from now. I traded in some books a couple weeks ago, and if any of you noticed, one of the books that I had gotten was a paperback edition of Beautiful Creatures. I haven't read it yet because I have a lot of things to read and it's kind of a thick book, but I decided to ask for Christmas since I've heard a lot of good things. I ended up getting Beautiful Darkness. I really love the cover of this one. It's simple, but it's beautiful, and I like the feel. It's got kind of that smooth texture feel. I'm not sure if any of you have felt the cover for this one or not yet. One of my favorite series by L.J. Smith is the Night World series. I've read number 1 and number 2, but I haven't gotten a chance to read number 3 yet, and I know the 4th book is supposed to come out, I believe, in April 2010. They keep pushing back the date, and making it different times, so I'm not exactly sure when it's going to come out yet. But I did get the third book, which is stories 7, 8, and 9. It's about a 900-page book, but I really do love this series. I feel that it's the best out of all the ones that I've read of hers. So I can't wait to get into this one and kind of see what's happening in that world. A couple months ago, I think when I first started blogging back in August, I had won a book from Goodreads. It was Reckless, and the publishing company noticed that I also read teen books, so they sent me a copy of The Iron King. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten around to reading it yet, but because I've heard such awesome things about the series, I asked for The Iron Daughter, and as you can see, I got that one. I hope to read this series pretty soon, since the third one, The Iron Queen, is coming out in February. So hopefully I'll have the first two read before that one comes out, and I'll just kind of get to read them all together. Recently, Cinda Chime, I believe that's her name, she has been more popular recently for her fantasy series. I believe the first one is The Demon King, or maybe it's The Demon Queen. That's the second one, I believe. I don't know, I'm blanking on the title of the first one in that series. But she wrote an older series. The first one was called The Warrior Heir. I do own that one. Unfortunately, haven't read it yet. And a couple weeks ago, they had a hardcover version of The Dragon Heir for $3.99. So, I mean, for a hardcover version, how could you not get it? And since, again, I like to read series in order, I asked for the second one. So I got a copy of The Wizard Heir, which is the second book in the series. It's actually a very thick book. It's 450-ish pages. It's very heavy. I'm not sure if the paper is so heavy in this one, but it looks good, and I'm really gonna hopefully get into more fantasy stuff again. So it's something I hope that I'll be able to read again. On to some other books that I got used, or I got them from contests, things like that. Can't remember which one it was. It might have been the fall one, if not the Spooktacular giveaway. But Kathy from I'm a Reader, Not a Writer, she always hosts those blog fests where you can go around to blogs and all their giveaways. I won a copy of Poison Kisses, and this one is, I won it from Crystal at My Reading Room. So, big thanks to Crystal. I'll provide a link for her blog below. I decided to go shopping just to see what they had at one of the used bookstores in town, and they had Truly Madly. As you can see, I just got it a couple days ago. The receipt's still in there. I've heard this is a really great series. It's supposed to be about a woman who is single, but somehow she becomes a matchmaker even though she knows nothing about it. So I'm kind of interested to read this one. There, I believe, is a second book out and possibly even a third one. So we'll just have to see on that one. Super excited about this one. I was able to join the Around the World ARC Tours, which is done by Cindy at the Princess Bookie. She hosts ARC Tours, and she gives people opportunities to get lots of cool ARCs from there. I got a copy of Afterlife recently. I'm only a little bit of the ways into it, but so far I'm enjoying it. On the back cover of this one, though, it says that Afterlife is the last book to Bianca's story, but there's supposed to be a fifth book in the series, which is about Balthazar, which is one of the characters in the storyline. So can't wait to read about that. And she also has another series about werewolves in the Titanic coming out September of 2011. So really look for those, check them out. And when this book actually comes out, I believe it's March 5th or 9th, 8th actually. It says 8th on the back of the book, but sometimes those publishing dates change when they make the ARC, so we'll have to see. And finally, wrapping up all of my mailbox of this week, I decided to join the Holiday Reading Challenge, and you can win some books from there, and one of the books was Getting Revenge on Lauren Wood, and so I won this one from one of the challenges, and Karen actually included some of her cute little business cards for her blog. It looks like she has two different ones, and she runs the Holiday Challenge. The one says Karen's Book Nook, and the other one is Edgifying and Edgy Adult Reviews. So this one's actually really cute. It's got the kind of angel demon thing going on there. So I haven't checked out those sites yet because I've just been following the Holiday Reading Challenge and dealing with the holiday season, but I will go check out her stuff soon. And that's pretty much it for me this week. I got a ton of books, and my mom actually pre-ordered a couple for me that come out after Christmas. Things like Awakened, which is the House of Night series, and there's one to, I can't remember what the series is called. It's Deadly Little Games. It's the 3rd book in the series. And she also ordered me the 2nd book to the Incarceron series. So I will be getting those hopefully within a couple weeks, so you'll be able to see those soon. I hope all of you had a good Christmas, and tell me what you got in your mailbox.